Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now. It is time for a mailbag video. Going to jump into our subscriber questions here in just a couple of seconds. First, though, again, if you want to be a part of next week's mailbag video, we say this every single week. Here's the key. All you got to do is be subscribed. So go down below, hit the red subscribe button, and then, of course, ask any really Eagle-related question you possibly could want. And if you're a subscriber, and it's a good question, and I see it, then I'll pull it for an upcoming mailbag video. So let's just jump right into Dean Jones. He has the first question of the day. He says, hey, Thomas, what do you think of the chances that the Birds do a package deal and move up in the first round or try to get a first rounder for next year in case Hurts doesn't work out? Honestly, trading one of these picks makes sense. I think that's what Philadelphia is going to do. There are multiple NFL insiders who have said this. And when you actually just think about it, like, I would love to take all three of the first-round draft picks and take 3 starters. I think Philadelphia should take all 3 and, get 3 starters. However, when you talk about contracts and you talk about, getting additional picks, if you trade back, you have 2 first-rounders next year. So just in case there's that special player you really, really like next year, you have 2 first-round draft picks to either take 2 starters or trade up to go ahead and get that player. Now, everyone keeps saying that they would do this just simply because, just in case Jalen Hurts is not good. Yes, technically, but if you want to go get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud next year, you're going to have to be, first and second overall. And I think the 2 teams that are going to be first and second overall aren't going to trade out of that with Philadelphia for 2 first-round draft picks in order that way Philadelphia can get Bryce Young. So I don't think this is necessarily a move that would say, oh, well, they're, out on Jalen Hurts. I think it's just a move to have extra ammo next year in case you like some players who are in next year's draft a little bit better. So either way, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, though, he's going to be given every chance to thrive this year. Like, he is 100% going to be given talent around him that to me should be top 10 in the National Football League. Like, this offense should be a top 10 offense, regardless of what wide receiver they get in the NFL draft. Whoever it is, 2 young, good wide receivers, plus Quez Watkins, plus, obviously Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, plus the rushing attack that they have, plus a top 5 offensive line. Like, he has every single tool, year 2 in the Sirianni offense, to go ahead and be successful. And so I think he's going to thrive. I don't think we're going to have a worry about drafting a quarterback next year, but in case they want to, they'll have some ammo to potentially make some moves in 2023 if they were to trade back in the draft. Add break pin comment down below. Will the Eagles have a top 10 offense in 2022? Let me know what you guys think down below right now. All right, next question comes from Skylar, who says, Quez Watkins is underrated. Hashtag Eagles. Is he underrated? I don't know. There are a lot of Quez Watkins lovers out there in Eagle Land. They comment on a lot of my videos in the comment section. Listen, I don't hate Quez Watkins. He's only been in the league for a couple of years, and the numbers aren't necessarily terrible. 50 catches, 753 yards, 2 touchdowns, 15.1 yards per catch. But we're making him out to be like a guaranteed number 2 wide receiver. He's not a number 2 wide receiver yet. He's a number 3. Like, let's just be real. He's a number 3 right now, which is why Philadelphia is going to draft somebody in the first round as a wide receiver. It's not because, they love Quez Watkins and they think, oh, well, this one's going to pair with Quez Watkins. No, it's they love Devontae Smith and they want to pair with Devontae Smith on the outside. Now, Quez can still reach his full potential. He hasn't been there yet, and that's why I think a lot of Eagle fans are high on him, because they think he can eventually become a serious deep threat. And while I hope so, you still have to realize that the numbers aren't necessarily crazy, and the numbers really haven't shown me that he's going to be a true number 1 at any point in his career. I hope he does. I'm not anything against Quez Watkins. He's a great number 3 right now. Him and Pascal will battle it out for the 3rd wide receiver spot here in training camp, but you're drafting a receiver in the first round for a reason, and that is because you need someone else like legit opposite of Devontae Smith. We are closing in on 27,000 subscribers. Again, I said at the top of the video, make sure you guys go down below and subscribe, because that's the way to be in next week's mailbag video. We do these every single week, and listen, the draft is coming up here. I mean, we're April. This is April 1st. It's not an April Fool's Day joke. I mean, we are less than, a month away from night 1 of the draft, and so we're going to cover a lot of great stuff on the channel. So sub for that, because we got some good stuff coming up. I'm a left tackle. Maybe that's what it is. Hashtag Eagles. If Jalen Hurts was coming out this year with this year's quarterback class, how would he rate? Very high. He'd be a first-round quarterback, for sure. Like, this is a very weak draft class. They've convinced themselves that Liberty quarterback Malik Willis is the best quarterback in this draft. And by they, I mean the media and some GMs, because there are reports that, he might go inside the top 10. Nothing against Malik Willis. Nothing against Kenny Pickett. Nothing against Desmond Ridder or Matt Corral. Matt Corral is slowly becoming my favorite quarterback in this draft. It's just not strong. Like which of these quarterbacks are you for sure getting? Josh Allen? Or are you for sure getting Justin Herbert? Are you for sure getting Lamar Jackson? Like, I just don't see any of these young star quarterbacks in this draft class, and that's why I think Jalen Hurts would have been very, very high up there, because the numbers at Oklahoma were fantastic. The mobility is obviously there, and he's would be the most mobile quarterback in the entire draft until he was coming out in this draft class. So he would be high up there. Again, Jalen Hurts gets a lot of hate and a lot of, this and that, and he gets defended a lot by me, and he gets defended a lot by some people out there, but I still think he has not reached his full potential. Again, I'm not saying that none of these quarterbacks in this year's draft can not become great. I think they can. I think, maybe Malik Willis does have the highest upside. But when you're talking about previous draft classes versus this draft class, it is a weak draft class. Hence why Philadelphia, I think, is very content staying with Jalen Hurts and not spending 15 overall on, Matt Corral or whatever, because there were rumors that they met with Corral and everyone's freaked out about that. So, whatever. Who is the best quarterback in this draft? Do you guys have a favorite one? I'm leaning towards Corral right now. I think the Willis hype is getting me turned off a little bit. I think people were a little too high on Malik Willis. I am kind of going more towards an SEC guy in Corral. But you think the best quarterback is in this draft? Let me know down below. 8 West says the Eagles think like you were in trouble. Oh, well, I don't believe the Eagles believe in Hurts. If they did, they'd get him a wide receiver. Well, they tried. They tried to get him a wide receiver, but if you obviously watched any of the other moves in free agency, you would understand that the free agency market was horrible. I mean, it was atrocious for wide receivers, and it was atrocious due to one man, and that man signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars and Christian Kirk. I put Christian Kirk as a potential Eagle target because I thought he'd get a cheap deal, like a $10 to $12 million a year deal. He got $18 million by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Once that happened, all bets were off, and every other receiver wanted a deal, north of 18, because you look at Christian Kirk and you go, I'm better than Christian Kirk, right? Allen Robinson, better than Christian Kirk. Robert Woods, when healthy, better than Christian Kirk. Devontae Adams, clearly, better than Christian Kirk. Like, they wanted more money. So, Philadelphia tried, and there were reports, and we talked about the reports, saying Philadelphia was trying to go ahead and sign these guys. They just wanted too much money. And I think Howie Roseman stopped, took a breath, and went, wait, this is a historically great wide receiver draft class. Like, I'll just draft the next great wide receiver at 15 overall, and I'll pay him a rookie deal for 4 years instead of giving Christian Kirk $18 million a year. So, don't give me this. They don't believe in him because they didn't get him a wide receiver. They tried. I mean, they believe in him so much, they tried to go out and get him a wide receiver, but they just didn't make sense. We're not here to do dumb deals. Philadelphia's not in win now mode. They're in win in 2023, 2024 mode. Like, seriously, if you actually think about it, Philadelphia, they're obviously going to try to win this year, and they can win this year, but are they Super Bowl ready? Maybe not. I think they're about a year out, and maybe they surprise us, and it could go a lot further, but I think next year is really the year where your first-round draft picks start to hit. Jalen Hurts is continuing to get even better. Devontae Smith is in year 3. Like, year 2023 is really the Super Bowl window starting to open if this team is actually going to get that far. So, let's see here. Mr. Awesome Guy says, you think a lot of the big wide receivers this offseason did not come to Philly because they didn't like or trust Jalen Hurts? No, that's just dumb. No, they didn't come to Philly because Philadelphia didn't want to pay them that much money. They went to places that wanted to pay them a ton of money, hence why they got a ton of money. So, no, it's ridiculous. Jalen Hurts is fine. Receivers do want to play for him, and that leads us into the next question, the final question, which I think plays into this. This is from Ace. He says, hey, Thomas, you see Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave talking about wanting to be an Eagle. I didn't see Olave say it. I saw Garrett Wilson do it, but yeah, Garrett Wilson did. Like 100%. Garrett Wilson was very much in on playing with Jalen Hurts and playing in this offense. And a couple of Bama receivers have said the same thing. He's a likable guy. Like, we forget how likable he is. Now, whether you want Wilson or Olave, to me, like, it doesn't matter. Any of the first-round wide receivers would be great. And you pair him with Devontae Smith, and you're creating a very, very good young tandem. And if Devontae Smith becomes the receiver we all think he's going to be, I mean, best rookie receiver in Eagle history, essentially, look at the stats, then, you pair him with Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave, and they become great as well. You have 2 number ones, and you're looking at Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison type stuff, You're looking at 2 elite receivers on the outside with an elite running game, so you're going to have one-on-one opportunities because you got to load the box against Philadelphia. You're going to get run all over, and Jalen Hurts, all he has to do, dink and dunk, pitch and toss, and win football games. So, yes, I did see Garrett Wilson talk about Philly. Did not see Olave. I don't think Olave has. Maybe he did his pro day. Who knows? But either way, any one of these guys would be great. I have no issue with any of these wide receivers. We'll finish on this. Name your dream wide receiver in the draft. Do you have one? Do you have like a favorite receiver overall? I tried so hard to be like, this is the best one. And then you put the film on, and it's like, honestly, give me any of the 5. Like, there are 5 great ones in the first round, and Philadelphia will take one of them. It's a matter of which one they like the most. So, we'll see. Hopefully, Howard doesn't screw this receiver pickup because we know he's done it in the past. All right, we'll end on this. You can hashtag Eagles in the comments section to be a part of next week's mailbag video. Of course, you must be a subscriber to be a part of that. And follow me on Twitter, @RealThomasMott, because as many of you guys know, you follow me and then you DM me questions. A lot of you guys are sending me your mock drafts right now, and I'm looking at them. I'm grading them. I'm critiquing them. So, if you guys want to be a part of that, follow me on Twitter, @RealThomasMott. All right, ultimately today on our Eagles mailbag video for the Eagles now. Thomas Mott signing off for the rest of your day.